Okay, we're out the range today with the High Point, the JXP10. Now, in all candor, we've had a lot of issues with this firearm. However, we're going to go ahead and bring it out. We're going to go ahead and take some shots and just continue to run it, put more rounds through it, see if it ever hits that magical break-in period where it starts running great. So we'll go ahead and get going here.
Good start.
Okay, now, you know you're shooting this thing. I mean, it's 10 millimeter, it's blowback operated, you got that whole slide coming back. Now, I have been told by more than one viewer how High Points, they're just as good as any other gun. I've had people say they've sold their SIGs and all that kind of stuff. All they have is their High Point now because they're just as good. So I'm going to put that to the test. Now, this fired all the rounds. Shoots a little bit low and to the left. Now, to be fair, I've never adjusted the sights on this, so that could be, corrected, and some of that's just me. But let's go ahead and do a comparison with this one. So, Evan's getting
I'm good
by the tree.
I'm all good. Marked safe.
So this is a Colt Delta Elite in 10 millimeter. So I've been told that High Point is just as good as any other gun. So
get that garbage out of here.
Let's go ahead and see. Just to, make it the same.
No slap.
Oh, now we have a malfunction.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's just mad because I shot the High Point
well,
first.
The whole thing was that they were similar. They're just as good, so. Now, did have that one little issue there. That could be magazine related, whatever. Don't want to make any excuses. It is what it is. You saw it. What I will tell you is they are not the same. Nothing about it's the same. But we're going to go ahead and have Eben, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to take some shots. We'll put another target up just so that he can get the full experience and you can take a look at the hits as well. And we'll see what he thinks. Failure to chamber. I really hate that trigger a lot. Fire in the hole. I love that one.
Okay, we're out the range today with the High Point JXP10 and the Colt Delta Elite in 10 millimeter. We've had more than one person give us comments and say that High Points are just as good as name any brand of firearm. So I thought I'd put that to the test. Now, I've shot this gun before several times, and to be fair, I had probably some of the best reliability I had it with my string this time. Still, I do the High Point slap the first time, but then it seemed to work fine. That's the first time I've ever shot that particular pistol. And I did have one failure with it.
Mm-hmm.
However, well, I'll let Eben go first. Eben, what do you think?
I hated the trigger on the high point. It's very uncomfortable, all the way back in your palm. So night and day between these two. The actual ergonomics of the gun, you've got the fat clunky, you've got slim ergonomic, fits your palm just right. Love the beaver tail. It feels like a fine piece of machinery, which the price tag would back that up.
Yes.
Are all 10 millimeters created equal? Hell no. This one just felt better. It was easier to shoot. Everything about it. It's night and day. This is not a comparison. Whoever said that in your channel, whoever was telling you SIGs,
I've had multiple people say that. I've had people say they sold all their SIGs and Colts and Kimbers because high point's just as good.
If you did that.
Yeah. Now the one thing I will say, the high point and the Colt, they will both make a 10 millimeter hole in paper.
That's correct. Fact checked.
Yes.
That's correct.
That is correct. They both have similar magazine capacity. Actually, the high point has one more round than the Colt.
Ah, there we go. We found a positive.
Yeah, you almost you don't have to give that point to it.
That's always been my negative on 1911s. Haters write me. Just
its capacity.
The capacity. Yep. That's it. Everything else about it's
yes.
Perfect.
Now this is a classic government style frame, so there's no rail, there's no optic plate or anything like that. It's just
traditionalist.
Just traditional. Whereas the high point, you have the front rail, you can put the plate on the top to mount a red dot. They look a little goofy, but you can do it. One extra round. Now this weighs almost twice as much as that.
Right.
They're both striker. Well, okay, that's a hammer fired. This is striker fired. They're both single action, I guess is the way to say it. The trigger on this, you're pulling something. They're heavy, they're gritty. When it goes off, it's always a little bit of a surprise, which some people say, oh, you should be surprised if it goes off. Well, yeah, but it shouldn't be because the trigger's so hard to pull. Right. That's nice, easy, crisp. Now, the main difference, this costs 10% of that. Is this gun 10 times better than this? I don't know if it's 10 times better.
I think I wouldn't buy either of these guns for different reasons.
Well, and that's fair. Yes. But for all the people, the whole purpose of this video is for the people that say this gun is as good as this gun. It isn't. This is superior in every conceivable way, except for the price.
That's right.
And we've done another prior video where we talked about the new YC9 and about high points. Their biggest challenge these days is the fact that their proposition, their value point was affordable price, and now other companies. 7 years too late. Yeah, 7 years too late. Other companies are now catching up and making firearms almost as cheap. The one area where I will say they're big bore guns, so the 10 millimeter, things like that, high point still is the king of the road as far as affordability. But it is not as good of a gun. It just isn't. With all that being said, in all fairness, I did buy this one. I do not own that one.
I'm interested to have some of these people, if you're still out there, if you still follow our channel, write in and argue your case. I mean, we could have missed something.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'd like to hear it, but I just think it's insane just on its face. But
yeah,
tell us why.
Yep, tell us why. And if your only argument is affordability, I have to give you that one because high point is still cheaper.
I want to hear something else.
But yeah, tell us something else. Tell us the ultra reliability. You can drag a high point behind a truck and throw it into a pond and slam it against a wall. And I've seen all the videos. I've never made a video like that because it's hard for me to actually truly abuse a firearm. Right. However, I could say you'd probably be able to do the same thing with that. In all honesty.
But would you?
Yeah. The reason why you don't see those videos is because that costs $2,000.
Exactly.
You're not going to throw it into a pond. You're not going to throw it against a wall. You're not going to drag it behind a truck. But I'll bet you if it did, it would probably work just as well. Now, the one thing I will say, its highly tuned craftsmanship is a detriment for that type of operation.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a lot tighter fitting tolerances. So if you bend up the frame a little bit, it's probably going to fail.
It down. Yep.
Whereas the high point, the tolerances are, you could pour sand almost through this thing. And it's kind of like the old adage, the AK versus the AR.
Right.
The AK was designed with loose tolerances so that it could get filthy and dirty and all that kind of stuff. Reality has proven that that's not really the case, but there's a little bit of truth to it. And the same would hold true with these. However, let us know your arguments. We're just curious to see.
Love to see it.
Yeah, let us know if you still think that we're just complete high point haters. You know, if I'm a high point hater, it'd be odd because I have like 10 of them.
You could be right if you said that about me, though. You may be right.
Eben, he's coming to, he's not a hater, he's a disliker now, depending on the gun.
The yeet got me right over the hate.
Yeah.
But dislike.
Yeah, they're on their way. And this has, this has the features of the Yeet, but the thing, this is still, it's a huge, heavy, bulky gun, and we've had a lot of issues with this firearm. It is getting better though, so the whole thing, you know, you put enough rounds through it to break it in. Comparing it out of the box though, if you had to throw the ammo cost in to make this an out of the box performance the same as that, the price, you're not 10 times now.
Nope.
Because we've put 500 rounds through this thing.
500 times 50.
That gets expensive. So anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap up there. Let us know your thoughts. Always interested. And until next time, stay safe.